Good day all. I just want to show you these Dutch. This is the first battalion that I finished, 36-man battalion, and I'll go into a bit more detail in a moment of some of my thoughts, but for now I'll just quickly do a flyby. So they've got two flank companies, one at each end. These are all AB 18mm metal miniatures. I've got a mounted officer in there as well. For the more astute amongst you may notice he's actually a Belgian officer. So that's because that's all they had when I ordered them. So he can be on secondment to that unit. Turn around. So that's what it looked like from the back. As you can see, I've given them all blue water bottles like the British because my book hadn't turned up and I couldn't find a reference to what colour they'd be, so I figured, rightly or wrongly, they'd be kitted out a bit more like the British. Also, I've given them a white flagpole. Now, I had a tendency to paint every flagpole white, and you can see in there, I'll turn him around in a minute, drummer. So he's got white drumsticks, and for some reason I just had a tendency to paint all drumsticks brown. Don't know why. Anyway, so that's a command stand. Oh, lovely miniatures. But this brings me to my next problem, if you like, and that is why I decided to do 18mm, and my thoughts on that now. So let me just put this back on a tripod. Hang on 1 second. I'll just show you the flank companies. The only difference is the little shoulder things. Those are normal. They've got blue epaulets. Anyway, I'll put this back on tripod. So the reason I wanted to do 18mm was so I could have bigger battles with limited space and put more battalions on the table, have more to do and whatnot. I've put some French in the background. Now I based my French slightly over, or my 28mm slightly oversized on 45 by 45 bases. But look, if I may offer them up, there's not much difference in the footprint. So I'm not going to get that many more troops onto a table. Now if I go with 35 by 35 bases, which is why I've got this little line on here, because they do look a little bit more compact like that. I do like that look better. And it still allows me a little bit of space to put tufts and things on. So if I go for 6 companies like this, I will save that much, another 30mm. So then the footprint will be that long, but it's still not massively different. So now I'm starting to understand why you see a lot of these bases like that. So you just get 4 companies, if you like, or 4 stands. And then so I've seen them base 6 men to a base or 8 men to a base. You could easily get 8 men to a base on these. Obviously 6 men to a base would save money. But I am thinking I might put 8 men to a base and go with just 4 bases like this, and then I know there's 2 flank companies, so I'll just put 4 of each on each end of the base. And I think that is probably what I'll have to do, because then the footprint is quite significantly, it's like almost half the size, and so I can get a lot more troops on the battlefield. That is currently my conundrum. And again, if I do go with 35 by 30 bases, that will save another 20mm. So then your footprint's only going to be that. And then I can use 6 men to a base. But you're only going to have 24-man units. I'm not sure how that'll look. Problems. Anyway, I'm just going to run through the colours I've used. So, for the grey trousers, I used London Grey first, strong tone ink over the top, back over the London Grey. and then I did a mix of London grey and light grey, about 60-40 favouring the light grey, so more light grey than London grey. And for the blue coats, I used GW colours, and I used Cantor blue, ink over the top, and then I didn't put Cantor blue back over, I just went straight on then with McCreek blue. And I think that gives a nice representation of the colour, the blue that they wore. So I'm going to have a think about what bases to use. Can't make mine up at the minute. My book's finally turned up. And I can just see on the edge there, he's got a water bottle and he looks blue, so it looks like I got away with that one. Oh yeah, look, there's one there, and that's blue, isn't it? So, got away with that. He's got red colours and cuffs, this guy, and shoulders. But the guys that I've done have got white. I can't remember if they're the 2nd, 4th or 6th. They're one of them. I use that Mount St John website. It's got all the colour plates on the 11 Eid for the Napoleonic Wars. Fantastic resource. And it's free. And so that's what I use for these. Yeah, so I've just got to decide on a basic. I mean, I do like that look. Again, I would like them a little bit more compact, so 35 by 35 bases. But if I do that, I'm not really saving that much space for my bigger battles. Yeah, it's a conundrum. Watching all your stuff, loads of videos. I am falling behind, I must admit. You know, like Mary Hinge said, and somebody else mentioned it as well. But you miss a couple of days of watching videos, and all of a sudden you've got 30 or 40 videos to catch up on. So I am trying. Thank you very much for watching this one, and I will catch you in the next one.